and trying to get around them?
My most successful dealing with the MPAA was very early on in 1976 on a movie called Assault on Precinct 13. It was an action film and a very gruesome killing of a little girl. And the MPAA said, well, we're going to rate it X. So the distributor said, look, just take a print and cut it out. And we'll show it to you, and we'll get an R. And then we'll release it the way it is. So that's what we did.
Hi, John.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the board and what you like to see about.
We just finished it up. It premiered at the Toronto Film Festival to some good reviews. Everybody seemed to like it. It's an old-fashioned horror movie. And it's in search of a distributor now. There are several people interested. I imagine it'll probably be out next year. That's my feeling about it. And I hope you go see it. Okay.
Hey, John.
Hey.
I know there's a lot of work that's involved in the movies. What was the most difficult movie for you to direct and why?
Elvis. A 3-hour television movie in 30 days. 88 speaking parts, 150 locations. It was a period film. I've never been so tired in my life. I just fall asleep at dailies. I had no idea what we shot. I was so exhausted. I was out. That's the hardest.
I just wondered, looking to the future, over here, John.
Oh.
Looking to the future, is there any chance that you work with Kurt Russell again, and if you've got any projects you'd like him to be in?
You know, you never know in this business. You just never know. Right now, we don't have any plans to do anything together. But you never say never. Never say never. Are you guys getting bored yet? Can we leave? I think we're going to drop you. Can I get out of here?
Hi, John.
Yeah.
I'm all the way back with the cameras.
Where are you? Oh, yeah, hi.
Hi. I'm curious, which movie you made is like your baby? Like, you're like, this is the one I'm the most proud of.
I can't pick one, man. I can't really pick one.
You can't pick favorites?
None. I'm proud of them all. You know, I'm happy that we finished them. Finishing a movie is a triumph. It was done. Wow. They didn't shut it down. It didn't collapse. It got out there. That's the triumph. I have no favorite. Not really.
So there isn't a movie that you've made that you watch, like, religiously?
There's not a movie that I
Watch religiously?
watch my own films religiously. Never. I never watch them again. I can't stand it. I look at a movie of mine again and say, what was I doing? What was I thinking? What was wrong with me?
What are you doing?
What's that?
It was too much of a wide shot. I know about that.
Well, there's all sorts of things. I saw a little piece of They Live the other night. I said, this is the slowest fucking movie ever made. Why did I do that?
Mr. Carpenter.
Yes.
Read a long time ago that you're an avid reader, and you mentioned sci-fi before. Who are the authors that most influenced you growing up and now play such a role while you're actually directing?
Well, probably my favorite author of all is a sci-fi author named Alfred Bester. You guys may not know who he is. I recommend highly a book called The Stars, My Destination, written in the 50s. I recommend it highly. He's not really well known, but it's an incredible book. So I think he's probably the most influential. The most poetic is Ray Bradbury. His writing is really beautiful to read. Not scientific at all. But,
What was your favorite part about making the body bag? What did you enjoy about it?
putting on the makeup. I love putting on the makeup. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Name is Grephus. As a musician or composer, aside from composing, do you also write, let's say, at home, you just jam with some friends, or, I don't know, write your own music?
I have done that, yeah. Not anymore too much. I like to sit down on my couch, prop my feet up, especially this time of year, because it's the NBA basketball season. And once again, my Los Angeles Lakers have a chance to win the championship. I don't know that they will, but they have a chance. I know, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Was the William Shatner mask for Michael Myers an afterthought, or do you find something stood out William Shatner?
Your laugh line, say that again?
The gentleman was asking, the mask that you used for Michael Myers, the William Shatner mask, was that an afterthought, or do you find something particularly terrifying about William Shatner?
Well, it wasn't an afterthought, dude, because we used it in the movie. It wasn't something I thought of later. We needed a blank human face. I'm serious. The mask looks nothing like Shatner. Nothing like it. I don't know who it is. But the production designer ran up to this magic shop on Hollywood Boulevard and bought a Shatner mask. Spray painted it, cut the eye holes bigger, and that was about it. We had no money. We were desperate.
Hi, sir. I just wanted to ask you, you have symbolic music in your movies like The Thing, Suspicion, because everybody's suspicious of everybody, and then Halloween, Don't Fear the Reaper. I was wondering if that was your idea, for it to be symbolic, because the Reaper is, I guess, compared to Michael Myers. If that was your idea, or...
I'm not sure I'm following the whole thing. I got the idea of the paranoia and the thing, the suspicion.
Yeah.
What's the last part?
In Halloween, how in the background when they're going down the road smoking and Don't Fear the Reaper's on the radio, Michael's behind them following him. Was that your idea, to kind of Don't Fear the Reaper and comparing him to Michael Myers?
Well, yeah. I love that song, Don't Fear the Reaper, which is it's probably the creepiest rock and roll song ever written. It's about suicide, for God's sakes. It's unbelievable. And he was supposed to be almost like a force of nature, Michael Myers was. We gave him a little bit of a human tree to come from. But yes, that's the idea, yeah.
Speaking of music, what are some of your favorite artists, musical artists?
From the old days, the 60s rock and roll. I love the Beatles and that. Rolling Stones.
Are there any contemporary artists that you enjoy or appreciate?
Not off the top of my head. Metallica, I love. I love Metallica.
Hello, Mr. Carpenter. First of all, thank you very much for not only giving us so many great film characters and motion pictures over the years, but I also want to thank you personally for coming down to Florida as a native Floridian. My question is that normally when it comes to some of your films, there is a noticeable common goal and a common detail that it's noticeable that you're